Hey guys, and welcome back to That LP Show. The name of the game is EarthBound for the Super NES. We finally finished our Moo training up on top of the Place of Emptiness, so we're going to return to our master in the palace and see what we earned. But first, I want to come back into the restaurant. There's a little bit of dialogue I wanted to show off just because I thought it was humorous and I didn't show it off last time. I wish I could recover my pee-pee just by drinking water. Even though I have never seen him before, I heard that the prince can do that. I guess I need more training. By the way, just what is pee-pee anyway? So yeah, apparently recovering your pee-pee by drinking water is some sort of talent. I don't know, if I drink enough water, I could store up lots and lots of pee-pee. Anyway, that's a very interesting game mechanic when it comes to poo, is HP and PP recovery. See, growing up in a foreign country, Pooh has developed a different diet. As a result, different items affect him differently, or food items affect him differently. For example, any Western type food that you'll find in Eagleland is actually has a weaker effect on him. You know, you'll have like a hamburger that'll heal you for about 40 HP. Well, for Pooh, it'll only heal about 1. Oddly enough, the bowl of rice gruel, which is actually native to here in Dalam, will heal 200 hit points for Ness, Paula, and Jeff, but for Pooh, it only heals 6, which I kind of find weird since it's native to his country. It should heal him more. Also, some actually are stronger for Pooh. For example, a bottle of water here. It says right here, when you drink it, your PP slightly increases. Well, it'll increase Ness, Paula, and Jeff's PP. Well, not Jeff's PP because it's he doesn't have any. But for Ness and Paula, it'll recover 1. This bottle of water right here for Pooh will recover 10, since he's able to recover more PP by drinking water. Also, the brain food lunch here. For Ness, Paula, and Jeff, it can recover 300 HP and 50 PP whenever one of them use it. But for Pooh, it's complete max recovery. It's as good as sleeping at a hotel. Alright, now that we've finished our training, let's talk to the master. I am proud. You have completed your Moo training. There is nothing more to teach you from the holy writings. Prince Pooh, I shall relay a message to you from eternity. The evil entity that controls all wickedness is preparing for the greatest struggle of all time. The only one who can challenge the entity are 3 boys and 1 girl. One named Ness is the leader of the 4. One of the boys is you, Prince Pooh. Now that you've completed your training, search out Ness at once. For all beings, for the earth herself, I pray for the growth and the might of the 4. And we get some level ups. And pretty significant stat increases. We get Shield Beta and Teleport Alpha, but more importantly, we also get Teleport Beta, which is pretty much just like Teleport Alpha, except you don't need to have a long stretch of land in order to build up speed. You can just spin it around in a circle, kind of like this. He does Peter Griffin's little time traveling technique, and he takes off. You must be Ness. Allow me to introduce myself. Me. I am the great mighty Pooh, and I'm going to throw my shit at you. A huge supply of tish comes from my chocolate starfish. How about some scat, you little twat? My name is Pooh. I am the one who will fight beside you. He's a poet and didn't know it. I am the servant of Ness. I will obey Ness. Ness, my life is in your hands. Jeez, enough with the groveling already. Okay. Hey lady, you sold me some bad cake. I can no longer make magic cakes, but it doesn't matter because I'm now selling magic tarts, which taste even better than magic cakes. I only have this. And this, wow, that's expensive. Well, the magic tart recovers 80 psychic points, and it'll recover 80 psychic points for Pooh as well. Anyway, now that we have Pooh, we have that tiny ruby that he's holding, so maybe we can use that to gain our way into the back room of the museum. And once again, we're going to have to pay a fee. And we'll head right into the back. This room is being remodeled, so I can't show it to you. Oh, the samurai kid here. Will he be giving me that gem? Yeah, sure. You're such a good student. I'm impressed by your passion for learning. Come in. Alright, so we have 2 enemies right here. Well, we're gonna fight one at a time. And this is the Shatter Man. Believe it or not, in spite of the fact that he is a mummy and wrapped in bandages, he's not weak against fire. He's not weak against anything for that matter, except for maybe paralysis, which we're going to want to open up with, considering that he can hit you pretty hard. Other than that, pretty standard enemy, so we're just going to use our regular attacks on him. Ow! Oh yeah, that's one of the problems that we're going to run into here is, Pooh is very, very weak. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you really? Really? Ah! That is so frustrating. Okay, anybody got a cup of life noodles? No? Okay, Jeff has a cup of life noodles. So yeah, that's pretty bad. Pooh is very, very weak at this point in the game. So we're gonna have to take extra precautions to keep him alive. Luckily, this guy is numb now, so we're not gonna have to really worry about it. Yeah, and he's only hitting for 1 HP. If you want to, you can go back to the Dusty Dunes Desert with him, and you can try to use the Criminal Caterpillar trick in order to gain some quick levels for him. And we got the Mummy Wrap. That's pretty much just an item that you can use as a weapon in battle, and it has a chance of solidifying the enemy. And Paula realized PSI Fire Gamma. And as you can already see, Pooh is gaining a few levels already. Is he going to learn anything? And he learned PSI Magnet Alpha. Okay, now in order to trigger the next sequence of events, let's see if we can do it. There we go. Pooh read the Hieroglyphs. To fight against the invaders, we built this pyramid fortress. However, our efforts were futile, and we lost. Nonetheless, our pyramid was protected by the gods of Scaraba. The invaders will be reborn every millennium and will attack again. Even now, the invaders hide beyond space and time and build their evil stronghold. A place out of time is beyond the dark and is even farther beyond the lost underworld. The deep darkness is shrouded. It is without light. Only one with the Hawkeye can pierce the dark. The Sphinx now watches over everything, waiting for the coming of a truly brave hero. And we get a little code right there. It's a sequence that we're supposed to memorize. And it says, dance in front of the Sphinx. So we're going to have to remember that information for later. Okay, so... Oh, wait. More dialogue. Ness, let's go to Scaraba. The pyramid is the key. Okay, so, if we can walk out this door without fighting the other Shatter Man there, it will remain there until the end of the game. Now, normally, at the end of the game, there is no way to die. We'll be able to walk around freely around the world after defeating the final boss, and there is no way to die. Except if you leave this enemy remaining here, he will end up staying here even after the ending sequence, and then we can come back here, fight him, and if we die, it causes a glitch in which you end up in an endless loop of death screens, and it causes the game to crash. So just, if you wanted to do that, go ahead and try that so you can check it out. I'm not going to show it off because I want to fight this guy for the experience. Alright, excellent. Do you feel like you're really experiencing this great historical period? The experience is more valuable than a small gem. Ha ha ha! The other day, a rich kid came to Summers by helicopter. He also took a picture of the hieroglyphs. I got lots of money from him. So, yeah, Pokey was here, and now he looks like he's headed to Scaraba. Wait 1 second. Here's a picture of the hieroglyphs just for you. It's a reward for studying so hard. And it says the same thing as the hieroglyph copy. Use it in your human civilization class. Yeah, we'll be able to hold on to that, and if we forget that sequence of events, those numbers that it showed, we'll be able to read it and memorize it. I'm probably just going to stick it with Escargot Express because I already have the sequence memorized, and I'll show it to you when I get there. So, Pokey's headed to Scaraba. Let's head to Scaraba. Whoa, phone is ringing. Hello, this is Mr. Fork of the Scaraba. Is this Mr. Fork of the Scaraba Cultural Museum? It doesn't sound like you. Well, I'll quickly tell you my story because I'm busy, busy, busy. I found something so extraordinary that mere words could not do it justice. What do you mean, who am I? Don't you recognize my voice? It's me, Mr. Spoon from the Fourside Museum of Natural History. Look, Mr. Fork, I'm not exaggerating this find. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. It's outrageous. And it's way too interesting for us to pass up. Let's skip out on Scaraba right now. Besides, all the enemies there are way too strong for Pooh to handle right now, so let's head to Fourside with our new teleport beta move. No, 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 not that one. Thank you, Sony Vegas, for the magic of editing. Let's head to the museum. And how much is the entry fee here? The Dinosaur Museum doesn't have any real dinosaurs. They're all replicas. Oh, I'm sure everyone knows that. But if you still want to go see the dinosaurs, pay $5 a piece for the entrance fee. What? It's more expensive than the museum in Summers? You don't even have any real dinosaurs in here. I wonder how many animals go extinct before human beings discover them. I want to see a live dinosaur sometime in my life. Hell, look in the mirror. I'm sorry, that was mean, that was mean. That's what she said. Not you, I'm talking about the dinosaur bones. Oh. The museum should sell dinosaur t-shirts. I agree. There we go, I knew there was a photo opportunity somewhere around here. Alright, and here's the Curator right here. This is Mr. Spoon. You want to know about something extraordinary? You know, there's a new singer named Venus at the Topola Theater. Could you bring me her autograph on an eraser? Then I'll show you something extraordinary. Oh, if you can get her autograph on anything, don't worry about the eraser. I don't care if the autograph is written on toilet paper. Okay, and we could have come here and talked to this guy when we first arrived in Fourside earlier in the game. However, if we had, then we wouldn't have gotten that phone call as we were exiting the Scaraba Cultural Museum. So we would have had to rely on the cue with the eerie music that we got from talking to Mr. Fork in the Scaraba Museum. So it would have made it a little bit tougher to decide our next move, and we could have very well have skipped over what we're going to do next and end up in Scaraba fighting a whole bunch of tough monsters with a weakened Pooh. So yeah, there you go. The game actually splits off into two possible paths that we can take right here. We'd have to do both eventually in order to complete the game, but you can do them in any order you want. This is the easier path for right now. Alright, so we're gonna buy our ticket. And check out a show. Oh, baby, 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 don't make me hurt so bad. These guys are all stone cold gone for you. Oh, you're so cute, sexy thing, you. Baby, sing to me only, baby Venus. Just sing and I can die a happy man, baby. I want to hold you tight, Venus, baby. I'm sorry, Jesus. Oh, I'm gonna assume all of that dialogue was said by that creeper who crawled up on stage. So that was Venus. I'd like to think that if they actually made a live-action EarthBound movie, that she'd be played by Scarlett Johansson. I'm just saying that because I want that image burnt into my head. Oh, you want an autograph? Okay, I'll give you my autograph on this banana peel. Here you go. Oh, and this is a bonus, and Ness got some play, because he's the man. Alright, with banana peel in hand, let's head back to the museum. Oh god, this game has me saying some weird sentences. Alright, before heading back to the museum, there's a few preparations I want to make, so I'm going to make those preparations, and I shall return. Okay, I'm back inside the museum. I went ahead and I went back to Onet and I picked up an exit mouse because the area that we're going into next can be pretty frustrating and it can be hard to backtrack out of there if you end up in a jam. I also went ahead and I put the Hieroglyph copy in Escargot Express and I picked up some big bottle rockets for Jeff since we're going to need those. Alright, so let's take our signed banana and hand it to the Curator. You got it! That banana peel has an authentic Venus autograph. Yep, there's no doubt about it. Now for my promise. I'll tell you about something extraordinary. In the next room, there's a light shining from far, far below the manhole. There, I found a huge monster rat. I'm not trying to pull your leg. I'll let you go there and check it out for yourself. Alright, let's endanger children. Also, I went ahead and I teleported to Saturn Valley. Now that we have teleport beta, it's actually a lot easier for us to teleport in and out of small enclosed places like Saturn Valley. So I went ahead and I went back there and I slept at the hotel because it's free. And I went ahead and did that. So whenever you need a quick heal up and you need a free place to stay, go ahead and teleport to Saturn Valley. They also have a free hospital there in case you have any status effects that you need to get rid of. Okay, so we have a new enemy right here. This is the Filthy Attack Roach. They are weak against fire and paralysis, and they're pretty much really easy. So we can just go ahead and take them out with standard attacks, because they're pretty much the weakest enemy in this next area that we're going through. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, maybe they're not that weak. Come on, kill it fast, kill it fast. And Pooh learned a new move, Brain Shock Alpha. I believe it confuses enemies. Makes one enemy feel strange. Okay. So that pretty much is like a confusion stat. You know what? I better heal Paula. Alright, so throughout this area, there are trash cans in different rooms that we can go through. However, we want to worry about those after we're done, because we're going to end up backtracking through here. I want to get through here as quick as I can, because the longer we stay here, the higher risk we have of getting killed. As it is, it already takes a long time to get through this area, because we have to crawl through this muck, which slows down our mobility. See, there's a trash can right there. I'll get it on my way back. And there's a few new enemies that we're going to run into here. I haven't run into any yet, but this can be a very frustrating area because there's some pretty tough enemies that can really whittle down our HP. There we go. Oh god, we're going to run into both of them at the same time. Oh, this is going to be bad. This is going to be so bad. Anyway, we have the stinky ghost right here. He's really annoying because he can possess us. However, if we manage to paralyze him fast enough, he won't be able to do that. So we're going to work on that. He's weak against fire. Another thing that's weak against fire are these enemies in the back row, just as back row, is the deadly mouse. It's pretty much just like the rowdy mouse, except it's much stronger and it can poison you. If you do get poisoned by them, then go ahead and wait until after the battle in order to heal that poison. We want to take them out fast though, because they can perform smash attacks and take us down pretty quickly, especially low-level characters like Pooh. So I'm gonna take advantage of their weakness to fire. I'm gonna use the hungry HP sucker just because it multi-targets, and Pooh is pretty weak at this point, so I'm just going to go ahead and use regular attacks. Hopefully I can paralyze that ghost before it can possess one of us. There we go. So yeah, once you have him paralyzed, you can go ahead and concentrate on other enemies. Alright, and yeah, I'm going to concentrate on using regular attacks for right now, and I guess I'm going to go ahead and kill this thing off as fast as I can with fire, and I'll go ahead and take another shot with the hungry HP sucker. So the ghost there, the stinky ghost, it's actually very resistant to physical attacks, so you can, once you have it paralyzed, try to whittle it down with regular attacks, but it will take a while, so you're better off just using, strong psychic attacks, and Paula needs some healing. Oh, Pooh needs some healing as well. Okay, that thing is numb, and it can't move. I'm gonna go ahead, heal Pooh, and then I'm just gonna slowly whittle this thing down. But if you do get possessed, that's one of the big reasons that you want the exit mouse. If you get possessed, it can be a real nuisance, especially against the boss of this area. And it can just make backtracking a pain in the ass too, since it's going to be hassling you as you're trying to fight enemies getting your way out. So it's best just to bring along an exit mouse just in case. Alright, let's trudge the rest of the way through. Alright, and I believe the boss is in this room. Don't go in the ladder, your path is going to be blocked. There we go. Yeah, if you haven't guessed already, this is our next sanctuary location. Damn, those things are good at dodging your attacks. Okay, let's go ahead and heal everybody up as much as we can. We are going to need a lot of psychic points coming into this next battle. That's one of the reasons that I wanted to just skip past all of the treasures for right now and all of the different things that we could get, is because I didn't want to run around the area wasting psychic points trying to, keep everybody healed and trying to use PSI fire to take all of those ghosts out. And yeah, you know what? Let's see. Yeah, I'll go ahead and, what am I doing? I should be using some of these healing items instead of wasting my psychic points. Oh, and of course, got maxed out? Yeah, you know what? If Pooh wasn't already maxed out, that peanut cheese bar actually wouldn't have done a lot for him because, well, it's a piece of food from Eagleland, and that doesn't work for him. You finally got here. This is the 5th Your Sanctuary location, but it's mine now. Take it from me if you dare. Ha 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 ha. And we're fighting a giant rat in the sewer. No, it is not Master Splinter, but it can poison you with some ooze of its own. Anyway, this is the Plague Rat of Doom, and it has no particular weakness whatsoever. In fact, it's a pretty regular enemy. Its biggest threat is the fact that it can poison you. And it has really high guts, just like Rowdy Mice. So it can do several smash attacks to you. So we want to take it down as fast as we can. Try to keep your HP above 100. We're going to open up with PSI Rockin'. It has no particular weakness, like I said. However, we do want to use some strong psychic attacks against it. And PSI Fire is better than PSI Freeze in this case because it has less of a resistance to fire. And of course, we brought these big bottle rockets for a reason, so we're going to open up with that. And let's see, well, yeah, we pretty much have nothing that we can do with Pooh, so we're just going to be using regular attacks. But other than that, try to keep your HP above 100. Okay, so far so good. Let's keep up the onslaught. Ow! Come on, kill it fast. Kill it fast. Okay, you know what? We're not going to save him. Let's wait until he passes out, and then we're going to use a couple of life noodles on him. There we go. And I want to make sure we don't kill him before he gets taken out, because Ness is the slowest character. And I don't want to kill him before we revive Pooh, because I want Pooh to get some experience points. There we go. One more bottle rocket ought to do. Pooh, you were absolutely useless at first, but you do get better. There we go, all right. Okay, excellent. PSI Magnet Omega. That could come in kind of handy, I guess. I never actually use it. Okay, one thing that I wanted to point out is Pooh is butt naked. That's because he can't equip anything. He can equip slingshots and yo-yos, but all they're going to do is lower his offense. He has his own set of equipment that we'll get throughout the game that he can equip, and that means he can't equip things like night pendants or flame pendants in order to give himself a resistance to certain PSI attacks. However, it's worth noting that for some reason, probably due mostly to his training growing up, he actually has a natural resistance to things like PSI Fire and PSI Freeze. You'll notice that they don't do as much damage to him. Anyway, this video is running a little long, so let's come to our 5th Your Sanctuary location, Magnet Hill. Ness saw a baby's bottle, but just for an instant. Ness's Soundstone recorded the melody of Magnet Hill. Let's listen to it real quick, shall we? It's starting to sound pretty good. Hey, what do we got in here? Whoa, it's a carrot key inside. Huh, a carrot key. Maybe we can use it on those bunny statues in Dalam. That sounds like a good idea. Let's head to Dalam. You know, anything we can do to delay our arrival to Scaraba with all of its strong enemies that can kill Pooh in one hit. But that's going to have to wait until next time. And until next time, thank you for watching That LP Show, and have a one that is good.